So in this class, we will discuss about the logarithms, its properties and their applications. So first here I will explain the concepts of the logarithms and their properties without the proof. So first we should go through all these properties thoroughly. Then we will see how to apply these properties onto the various types of the problems. First we will see what is the definition of the logarithm. So the logarithm was defined as like that. Suppose if a power x is equal to the n, where n positive, a positive and a is not equal to the 1, then the index x is called the logarithmic value of the n to the base a, and that is denoted by x is equal to log n to the base a. So we will write that a in the suffix, then we will read it as n log n to the base a. So this is the basic definition of the logarithm. So that is index x is called logarithmic value of the n to the base a. So here this is the domain of that logarithm, where n must be positive, a also must be positive and a is not equal to 1, means the base of the logarithm should be positive always and it should not be equal to 1 also. And if you look at about the property of the logarithm, here the first property is that log 1 to the base a, for any base, for any positive base and where base is not equal to 1, logarithmic value of the 1 is always 0. Similarly, log a to the base a is always is equal to the 1. And the third property is that log mn to the base a, that is another logarithm. If you find the product of the terms, that is you can write as an log m to the base a plus log n to the base a. Similarly, log of m upon n to the base a, this we can split as an log m to the base a minus log n to the base a. Means if there is a division, here you can write as a difference of the logarithms. If there is a product, then we have to write the sum of the logarithm. Now, the fifth property from the definition of the logarithm, we know that if a power x is equal to the n, then the index x is called logarithmic value of the n to the base a, means x is equal to log n to the base a. And conversely, this you can write like that, log n to the base a, if it is an x, then n is equal to a power x. That's why that n you can write as an a power x. So means whenever if you know the exponential form, that you can write in the logarithmic format as like that. If you know the logarithmic format, from that you can write the exponential format as like that. Means log n to the base a if it is an x. If you want to eliminate the logarithm from that, then we can write that n is equal to a power x. And from the same property, we know that x is equal to log n to the base a. So here if you replace this x by log n to the base a, then this become a power log n to the base a, that is equal to the n. So that n you can write here. Means when the base of the exponent, base of the logarithm, if the both are the same, the value of that value of n we can write outside. Now, log m power n to the base a, if it is there, log m power n, that power n we can bring in front of the logarithm, that you can write n times log m to the base a. Similarly, suppose if the power is there for the base, that is log m to the base a power q is there, this power if you write outside, then this is you can write 1 by q log m to the base a, we can write it. Suppose if the power is there for both the terms, these powers if you bring outside, this is you can write p by q log m to the base a, we can write it. And another property is that 1 upon log a to the base b, if it is there, if there is a logarithm in the denominator, if you bring that logarithm to the numerator, this is you can write log b to the base a. Similarly, if a power log b to the base c, if it is there, here a and b values we can interchange even though that value is not going to change. That's why a power log b to the base c, we can also write that b power log a to the base c. Similarly, the last property, which is called the change of base law, this is log a to the base b. You can also write as an log a upon log b for any base. Means here base is b, here this is you can split as an log a upon log b. So this will be the properties of the logarithm. We should go through all these properties thoroughly. Then the applications of this logarithm is very, very important. So we will see how to apply these properties onto the various type of the problems. Now here look at the first problem. It is given that if a is equal to log 12 to the base 24, b is equal to log 24 to the base 36, c is equal to log 36 to the base 48, then what is the value of 1 plus abc? The options were given as like that: 2ac, 2bc, 2ab and none. So first we'll take that 1 plus ABC, where A value was given as log 12 to the base 24 into B value was given as log 24 to the base 36, C value was given as log 36 to the base 48. Now to simplify this, the question is that which property we have to apply. So here we know this last property, that is the change of base law, that is we can write log A to the base B, we can write log A upon log B. As for that property, it is 1 plus log 12 to the base 24, we can write log 12 upon log 24. Log 24 base 36, we can write log 24 upon log 36. Again, log 36 to the base 48, you can write log 36 upon log 48. If you write like that, you can observe that log 24 is getting cancelled. Log 36 and log 36 is also getting cancelled. Now the remaining is that it is 1 plus log 12 upon log 48. This is the remaining. Now, to simplify this, here the second term is there in terms of the logarithm, but the first one is not there in terms of the logarithm. That's why this one also we can write as an log 48 upon log 48, we can write it, plus log 12 upon log 48. Like that we can write it. Now here the LCM is log 48. The LCM is log 48. The numerator we can observe that log 48 plus log 12. That means it is in the form of log m plus log n. We know the property that log m plus log n, we can write log m into n, we can write it, that is 48 into 12, we can express it. 48 into 12. But now this 48 into 12, how can you write it? Because here options there in terms of A, B, C only. That's why where A means log 12 to the base 24 means we should able to express this is complete in terms of the 12 or in terms of the 24 or in terms of the 36. That's why this 48 into 12 we can write as like that. 48 means that is 24 into 2, we can write it into 12. So here 12 into 2, that is 24, means this is you can write 24 into 24, we can express it. That's why if you substitute that here, this becomes log 48 into 2 into 12, you can write the 24 whole square by log 48. Log 48. Now from the second property, log m power n, whenever if you find something as a power, that you can bring in front of the logarithm. This is you can write that 2 times log 24 upon log 48, we can write it. Okay. Now again this is you can express like that is 2 times, here log 24 is there, but if you observe in the given problem, if the log 24 is the base is 36, that's why here we will divide it by log 36 and we will multiply by log 36 upon log 48. Like that we can write it. Now it is 2 times, from the change of the base law, again log 24 upon log 36, we can write as an log 24 to the base 36, we can write it, into here 36 upon log 48, that is we can write that log 36 to the base 48. Like that we can express as for the property number 12. That is the last property. Now 2 times, where log 24 to the base 36, that was given as the B, that's why this is you can write the B. Log 36 to the base 48, that was given as the C, that's why this is 2BC. Therefore answer for this is 2BC, that is the second option. Okay, like that we have to simplify it. Yes, look at the second problem. We have to simplify this. It is a power log b minus log c into b power log c minus log a into c power log a minus log b. So how do you simplify this? So to simplify this, if we consider this problem, it is a power log a log b minus log c into b power log c minus log a into c power log a minus log b. This is a given problem. Now from the indices we have the property that a power m minus n, we can write as an a power m upon a power n. Like that we can express it. So the property is a power m minus n, we can write a power m upon a power n. That property we know it. As for this property this problem we can write that a power log b minus log c, we can write a power log b upon a power log c, we can write like this, into. Similarly, b power log c minus log a, we can write b power log c upon b power log a into. Similarly, c power log a minus log c, we can write that c power log a upon c power log b. Like that, every time we can express it. Now, to simplify this, the question is that which property of the logarithm we can use it. For this, we know this property that a power log b to the base c, if it is there, a power log b to the base c if it is there, we can interchange this a and b. If you interchange this a and b, this is, you can also write that b power log a to the base c. The base will be the same, but we can interchange these two values. So if you apply this property, here a power log b is there, here b power log a is there. So here base is a, here b is there. If you interchange this, just I will interchange the numerator only, I will simplify it. A power log b, here base is not given, means you can consider that base is anything. So by default, the base we may take is e or 10, etc. But we can, here base is not given, means you can consider any base. So that's why it is a power log b, that is, you can write that b power log a. Like that, we can interchange that and we can write that into. Here b power log c, we can also write that c power log b, means we can interchange b and c. Similarly, c power log a, we can also write that a power log c. Okay, a power log c upon the denominators, write down as it is, that is a power log c into b power log a into c power log b. So if you write like that, you can observe that where b power log a is getting cancelled, c power log b is getting cancelled, a power log c is also getting cancelled, means everything is getting cancelled. So answer is 1. So like that, we have to simplify it. Then look at the next problem, that is, suppose if log a upon y minus z is equal to log b upon z minus x is equal to log c upon x minus y, then what is the value of a into b into c? So if you want to find that, here they have given that relation that the three statements are said to be equal. So since it is given that log a upon y minus z is equal to log b upon z minus x, that is equal to log c upon x minus y. So they have given that the three statements are said to be equal. So whenever they have given that the three statements are equal, take all these three statements is equal to say some another variable. Here I am going to take, that is variable is say k. So whenever if you find more than two statements are said to be equal, take all that statement is equal to say some another variable, call it as a k. Now if you equate this first statement to the last statement, and if you do the cross multiplication, then this is, you can write that log a is equal to k times y minus z. Call that is equation number say 1. Similarly, equate the second statement and the last and then do the cross multiplication. Then we can find that log b is equal to k times z minus x. That is equation number say 2. Similarly, equate this third statement into this last statement, and if you do the cross multiplication, then we'll get that log c is equal to k times x minus y. Call that is equation number say 3. Now we will add all these three statements, 1 plus 2 plus 3. If we add all the three statements, then we are getting that log a plus log b plus log c is equal to, here from all these numbers we can take that k as a common. So take that k as the common, the remaining is y minus z plus z minus x plus x minus y. This is the remaining. Now here we will use the property, because the base is not given, means in certain cases when the base is not given, consider that all that bases are equal to something. That base may be anything. We have to consider that all that bases are equal. Now here we have to apply the property that log m plus log n, we can write log of m into n, and the sum of the logarithms are there. This is under the single logarithm. We can express all these numbers in the product, that is log a into b into c. We can write that is equal to, here you can observe that y minus z plus z minus x plus x minus y, means all that variables are getting cancelled. Z is getting cancelled, x is getting cancelled, y is also getting cancelled, means remaining is 0. Means we got that the value of log ABC is equal to 0. So then we know the first property that log 1 to the base a is 0. Means if you want to get the logarithmic value is the 0. So under the logarithm compulsory should have the 1. Here also log ABC is 0, means that is true only when this ABC value is 0. Therefore the value of the ABC is equal to, that is true only when ABC value is equal to 1. Therefore the value of the ABC is equal to 1. So this is the answer for it. Therefore the second option is correct. Next, observe the next problem. Suppose if a square plus b square is equal to 7ab, then what is the value of log of a plus b upon 3 minus log a upon 2 minus log b upon 2? We have to find the value of this. For that, first once look at this condition. Since it is given that a square plus b square is equal to 7ab was given. But if you want to express this is as a perfect square, we know the identity that a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, but here 2ab is not there. So on both the side, first add the 2ab, means a square plus b square plus 2ab, we will add it on both sides. This 7ab plus 2ab. If we do so, the LHS side we can write that a plus b whole square is equal to 7ab plus 2ab, that is 9ab. Now we will apply log on both the side with any base, because here the base is not mentioned in the given problem. That's why we will take log on both sides, that is log a plus b whole square is equal to log 9ab. Log 9ab. Okay. Now here we will apply these properties. Log a plus b whole square. Since here power is the 2, that power we can bring in front of the logarithm. This is, you can write the 2 times log of a plus b, we can write it. And here we can find that under the logarithm there is a product of the terms. We know the property of log of m into n, we can write log m plus log n, we can write it. So as for that property, this is, we can write that log 9 plus log a plus log b. Like that we can write it. Now it is 2 log a plus b. 2 log a plus b is equal to, here log 9 is there. This 9 we can write log 3 square. Log 3 square we can write it plus log a plus log b. So log 3 square plus log a plus log b, we can write it. Now log 3 square, where the power is the 2, that power we can bring in front of the logarithm, that is, you can write the 2 log 3, we can write it, and bring this term this side, and from these two I can take the 2 common. If I take the 2 common, then this is log of a plus b minus log 3 will be there, is equal to log a plus log b. Log a plus log b, we can write it. Now here we will divide it by 2 on both the side, and observe this LHS side, it become in the form of log m minus log n form. Log m minus log n, that is, you can write that log of m by n, means this is, you can write that a plus b upon 3. Log m minus log n, if there is a minus sign in between, then this is under the single logarithm, we have to write them in the division, that is log of a plus b by 3, we can write it, is equal to, divided by 2, this 2 is getting cancelled, and this side it become log a upon 2 plus log b upon 2. Now bring these two terms this side. Now this becomes log of a plus b by 3 minus log a by 2 minus log b by 2. Value is equal to 0. So like that we can simplify it. Means whatever we wanted, whatever they are asking, if we want to bring that, we have to think what we have to add on both the side. According to that, we will add it and we will do this simplification. So therefore answer is 0. Next, observe the next problem. That is, it is given that log t to the base 3 to the base 2 to the base 3 value is 1. Then what is the value of the t? So if you want to find this, since here this expression is, it is given that log t to the base 3 to the base 2 to the base 3 value is given 1. Here we have to find the value of that t. If you want to find it, but that t is available inside of all the logarithm. If you want to find the value of the t from the outside, we should go on eliminating all these logarithms one by one. For eliminating that, we will use this property that if log x to the base a, if it is equal to n, then x is equal to a power n. Like that, we can express this logarithm into the exponential form like that. Means if you want to eliminate this logarithm, here whatever the base is there, send other side, then this base becomes the base of that exponent. So if you use that property, then this is, you can write that first we'll eliminate the outside logarithm. Here the base is 3. So first we'll send this 3 other side. So in the place of the x, we can find this entire thing is an x. So as for this property, this is, you can write that log t to the base 3 to the base 2 value is equal to, this 3 goes other side, this becomes 3 power 1. Okay, means we have eliminated one logarithm. Again we will go for the same property. By using the same property, again we will eliminate the second logarithm. For that, here base is the 2, send this 2 other side. Now this becomes log t to the base 3 is equal to, if this 2 goes other side, it becomes 2 power 3, that is equal to 8. Again we will use the same property. So to eliminate this logarithm, this from that property, this is t is equal to, you can add that if this 3 goes other side, it is 3 raised to 8. This is the value of the t. Therefore 3 raised to 8 means that is 6561. Therefore value of the t is 6561. So this is the answer for it. Next, we will see the next problem. Just observe here. It is log x plus log of x square upon y plus log of x cube upon y square plus and so on up to the n terms. We have to find it. So to find this, so here the series is log x plus log of x square by y plus log of x cube upon y square plus and so on. If you go on writing this, but the question is that what will be the nth term of the series? To find the nth term, once observe these terms. In the first term here the power of x is 1, second term the power of x is 2, third term the power of x is 3. So therefore in the nth term the power of x become x power n upon, what will be the power of the y in the nth term? If you observe that the power of the y becomes 1 smaller than the x power, that's why the power of the y becomes n minus 1. So this is the nth term of that series. Okay. Now here if you observe this, first term is the log x plus, from the second term onwards observe all these terms. So this is in the format of log of m by n form. We know the property that log of m by n, you can write log m minus log n. That's why this is, you can write that log x square minus log y plus, this is, you can write that log x cube minus log y square plus and so on, plus lastly log of, it is also in the form of m by n. This is, you can write that log x power n minus log y power n minus 1. Like that every term we can express as the difference of the logarithm. Now to evaluate this, here we will separate the x terms and y terms. If you separate them, here the log x plus, here the x term is log x square. Since power is the 2, that power we can bring in front of the logarithm. This is equal to the 2 log x. Similarly here log x cube is there. That is, you can write plus 3 log x plus and so on, plus lastly you can find that log x power n. That is, you can write n times log x. Okay, these are all the x terms. Now look at the y terms. You can find minus log y minus log y square and so on minus log y power n minus 1. Before these terms you can find the minus sign. So from all of them take the minus common. Then it is the log y plus log y square, that is we can write 2 log y plus and so on plus lastly log y power n minus 1, that is you can write that n minus 1 into log y. Like that you can write it. Now here observe this first series, in the x term series. From all these terms we can take log x as the common. We can take log x as the common. The remaining is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to the n will be there, minus from all these terms, from all the second term I can take the log y common. The log y common, remaining is 1 plus 2 plus and so on up to the n minus 1 will be there. Okay, these are the remaining terms. Now this is log x into, now if you observe this series, this is going to represent the sum of the first n natural number, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to the n. We know the formula for sum of the first n natural number is n into n plus 1 by 2 minus log y into, this is going to give the sum of the first n minus 1 natural number. This is there up to the n minus 1 only, means in the same formula replace this n by n minus 1, we will get the sum of the series. So here in the place of the n, keep the n minus 1. So if you keep the n minus 1, then it is n minus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1, that will be the n by 2. Okay, like that you can write it. Now if you observe these two terms, from these two I can take n by 2 common. I can take n by 2 common. If I take the n by 2 common, remaining is n plus 1 into log x minus, here remaining is that n minus 1 into log y will be there. This is the remaining. Further, this is, you can also simplify like that. It is n by 2 into, here if you multiply this, n plus 1 into log x, if you multiply this is, you can write that n log x plus log y minus, here also if you multiply this, we are getting that n log y, here minus into minus plus 1 into log y, this will be there. So this is log x, sorry. Now again to simplify this, it is n by 2 into, observe this n terms, there is an n log x plus minus n log y is there. From these two I can take n common, but if n common, remaining is log x minus log y. Log x minus log y, we can write that log of x by y plus, observe next terms, log x plus log y. From the property we can write log x plus log y, that is you can write log of x into y, we can write it. Okay, so this is the answer for it. So like that we have to simplify this carefully. Next, observe the next problem. Since it is given that log of x minus y by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 times log x plus log y, then what is the value of x square plus y square? So if you want to find this, first here we will eliminate this logarithm by using these properties. So this is log of x minus y by 2 is equal to, which is 1 by 2 times log x plus log y, that is you can write log of x into y. Now here this base is coefficient is 1 by 2. When if we send this coefficient inside the logarithm, that goes to the power of the logarithm, that is xy whole power 1 by 2, we can write it. Now on both the side, now we can find the single logarithm, means we can eliminate the logarithm on both the side. Now we can write that x minus y by 2 is equal to xy whole power 1 by 2. When the power is 1 by 2 means that is called under root xy. Okay. Now squaring it on both sides and do the cross multiplication. If you squaring it on both sides, then this is we are getting x minus y whole square is equal to, this is 2 square means that is a 4 into root xy whole square become xy. 4xy we are getting. Now x minus y whole square, if you expand that, it is x square plus y square minus 2xy is equal to 4xy. So that implies x square plus y square is equal to, send this minus 2xy other side, it become plus 2xy, 4xy plus 2xy, that is 6xy. So this is the answer for it. X square plus y square value is 6xy. Okay, so like that we have to solve these problems. So if you practice some other problems, then we will become perfect, and then we will get the proper idea how to apply all that properties. So first by heart the properties carefully, and go through all these problems once thoroughly, understand each and every step, then go through yourself, take some problems, then practice the problems, then will become perfect in the logarithms. Okay, so thank you.